How we doing, guys? Welcome back to another edition of FSI's NHL DFS preview show. I'm your host, TK Nation 47, breaking down today, Thursday, October 28th. We have a big 9-game slate to talk about, a lot to go over. So let's just jump right in. We're going to go position by position here. First, we're going to kick us off with center. We have Nathan MacKinnon, 8,600, a guy that really hit all of the floor last game, including all the blocked shots, all the shots on goal. Without really scoring many points, he only had one assist. So Nathan MacKinnon, definitely someone that you play regardless of the matchup. He is going to St. Louis. This should be a really good hockey game. St. Louis is on fire right now. Both teams are, kind of playing really well. It should be a good game. I could see people fading for that reason, but I think it doesn't matter the place or time or who. MacKinnon is always in play at 8,600. Next up we have Elias Lindholm at 7,100 going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's not that good without their studs, but they play a little bit better defensively. Calgary, one of the hottest teams right now, scoring the puck. Calgary scored 5, I think, in the first quarter on New Jersey the other night. It was pretty stunning to see, coming off of a back-to-back. So I like Calgary here. Lindholm in that top line with Gaudreau and Tkachuk, probably the preferred option in this one. Next up, we have Logan Couture, 6,400. I really love San Jose. Montreal is playing with a huge Stanley Cup Finals hangover. They got destroyed the other night, I believe, by Seattle. Yanni Gourde, that top line center for Seattle, just went off against this Montreal team. So I really like Couture in that spot, 6,400, playing with, couple of wingers we'll get to later, that being my favorite line on the slate. Next up, we have Brayden Point at 62. The price is still low, and the matchup got better. So if you've been playing Point this season, then you're fully expecting him to lay a big dud, because this is just how the season's gone with Tampa Bay. You just can't seem to get him right. Whether or not they're playing on a back-to-back and you're gonna fade them and you play Pittsburgh, and then of course Tampa Bay wins. Of course Brayden Point leads the way, but he's playing with some new line mates and it looked like it really meshed well. Huge favorite, biggest favorite on the slate, minus 320. Arizona is a turnstile right now when it comes to goals scored, so lock in Tampa Bay line 1, and even maybe like a Stamkos one-off, because he's playing on a separate line. All right, we continuing on here for some value at the center spot. I like Bo Horvat, 5,100, top line center for Vancouver. He's playing with a couple of hot wingers. Philadelphia on the back-to-back. They did win 5-3 in Edmonton. That's a pretty big win for them, traveling all the way out to the West Coast. Let's see what they can do on a back-to-back, a true back-to-back with Edmonton and Vancouver. So I like Vancouver here. They kind of didn't show up for me last time out. I believe that was Tuesday. But I'm going to try again here with Philadelphia and see if, no Carter Hart in goal. I think it's Martin Jones, so I think Vancouver could, having seen him before, probably be in a better spot here. Let's see what they can do. Zegras at 44, Yanni Gourde at 42. Those are two values I like. Zegras going against Buffalo. Buffalo's first road game. Let's see how they handle it. McKinley's not here to defend himself in the Buffalo Sabres, but Anaheim plays really well at home, although they got beat last game out versus Winnipeg. They had that game and they let it go. Let's see if that leaves a sour taste in the mouth and the guys show up again, but this is going to be an interesting matchup, one you'll have to get right, I think, because of the value plays at hand. Gourde 42 versus Minnesota. I just think it's a cheap price tag for a guy that shoots the puck and could be on the end of a point, but I don't have much faith in it. Wennerberg, I just wanted to make a mental note here with Wennerberg. He's finally down to that price tag you can play him at with that, top 6 roll, 3,300. The matchup versus Minnesota is not really great, but Wennerberg is definitely, mental note that Wennerberg is finally cheap again. We don't have that 5K price tag that was holding us back early on in the year. All right, off to the winger position we go. McKinnon with Rantanen at 8,300. Those two go hand in hand. You play one, you play the other. You can get away with playing the solo Mac, but usually if you play Mac, you play in Rant at 83. Kyle Connor, 7,700. Arguably one of the hottest wingers or hockey players on the planet right now. You can pair him up with Bo Horvat and that, or not Bo Horvat, sorry, excuse me. You can pair him up with Pierre-Luc Dubois for Winnipeg going up against LA, a team that hasn't been stopping the puck this year very well. Peterson in net only has an 88% save percentage, so I don't mind Connor, 77. Garland at 69. He is the one you want to pair with Horvat. Timo Meier, my favorite wing play of the day against with Logan Couture against that Montreal just turnstile that they got going. I mean, it's hard to argue against San Jose tomorrow. I'm wondering if they're the preferred chalk, but we'll see. Probably Tampa Bay. Konecny at 62. Dustin Brown at 54 I thought was really good, solid value for LA going up against Winnipeg. He's going to skate with Kopitar and Avardson, and he looks to be the, first-line winger, first-line power play at 5,400. I think that's a really good price tag in a good matchup. Next up, we have Dahlin at 4,400, the other winger on that top line for San Jose. I'm going to be playing that stack. Kotkaniemi at 37 for, a cheap Carolina exposure versus Boston on a back-to-back. I don't typically want to pick on Boston. Kind of a gritty team, but Carolina at home is dangerous, so don't mind them. Pearson, 34. That's your other winger with Garland and Horvat on that first line at 3,400. That's really cheap exposure to a winger that's going to be on that top line. I don't think he's getting any power play time, but still. Line 1, 3,400. And probably the best play on the slate is Alexander Killorn at 4,200. He is going to be skating with Point and Palat on that top line for Tampa Bay. And he is on fire right now. He has scored in his last 3, I believe. Let me double check on Killorn, so I'm not spitting false narratives here. But I'm pretty sure Killorn has scored in 2 straight. He scored points in 3 straight. But yeah, last game out, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 shots on goal. Now getting that top line power play. Definitely want exposure to that. Probably chalky in cash. All right, defender Hedman, I could see being really popular tomorrow as exposure to Tampa Bay. I think 7,700 is a lot without any goals or assists, but I think goals or assists are definitely possible in this matchup. Oliver Ekman-Larsson at 5,600 is another guy I like for floor. He's going to be shooting, blocking shots, especially against a team like Philadelphia who likes to push the pace. Ivan Provorov, 5,500. He's going to get a lot of ice time without Ryan Ellis. Probably going to be playing on both power plays, power kills. Going to be one of the main pieces for Philadelphia. But there's another defender I want to talk about in that Philly first line D that got a lot of attention and played it pretty well on the showdown slate last night. Giordano, 54. Always waiting for the massive Gio games, playing him at any cost. I got this play wrong, but I want to go back to the well because I believe Carlson at 5K. I don't think I'm chasing here, but he looks good, and I love San Jose, so I'm going to get exposure. Last time out, he only had 1 shot on goal. That was kind of disappointing. But now he's back home. In the first matchup versus Montreal, the game they won 5-0, he had 1 goal and 2 assists. It was arguably his best game of the year. So Erik Karlsson is going to be on my radar. Sergachev 43, Bo Byram at 3,500. If you wanted exposure to Colorado piece, he's skating with Cale Makar and that top line, waiting for Devin Taves to come back. I don't think he's back. Let me double check so we're not running into that roadblock when the time comes. No, Taves is still out, so Bo Byram still possible at 3,500. Dunn 3,200 is going to get power play time with Seattle. I don't mind that play. And Justin Braun at 2,800. This guy crushed late last night. If we were sleeping, which definitely was myself, but he had 2 assists, 1 shot on goal, and he got the 3 block shots on that top line for Philadelphia's defense, playing with Provorov with Ryan Ellis out. So make sure you're careful. Make sure Ryan Ellis is out again before you walk into the Justin Braun play at 2,800. All right, goalies, Vasilevsky 85, just because of the pure win equity that you can get with him at 8,500. I don't know how many shots are going to be there for him. Plus, Vasilevsky hasn't stopped many goals, so 8,500 is risky in my opinion. Reimer at 83 for the Reimer's goalieing for the San Jose Sharks. I believe the San Jose Sharks are going to win. And Montreal puts up a decent amount of points or shots, so I can see him at 83. Really, the interested goalie I have in tomorrow or today is Anderson, 7,500 for Buffalo, going up against Anaheim. Anaheim does shoot quite a bit. Not like years past where they were, get the puck in deep and kind of skate around and just, try to beat you with the perfect play. They shoot the puck quite often now with these young kids, and Anderson could be seeing a lot of shots on goal. He could see a win here if Buffalo can carry that home it's so early in the morning I can't think of the word I'm trying to, that early home form out west into Anaheim. They might be able to pull off a win, and 7,500, I don't mind Anderson. Also, goalie is something I usually figure out later in the day when it becomes more clear. Obviously, people are going to flock to Vasilevsky, but just wanted to make a couple points on a couple guys I like. All right, guys, that'll wrap things up for me. Please like this video, comment below with any questions you may have, and enjoy your Thursday slate.